Coming up on Between Two Sterns.
Like, passive income is fantastic, by the way. You should get some. It's great.
Good advice from myself.
From me to you to you.
There is no worse experience than dying on stage. There is nothing worse.
Maybe I'm just not that invested or performer.
You don't give enough a shit. My whole idea has been to just like let you do your career until you decide at like 50, 55 that you're done with it. And then I can pick up the name and tag in.
This is Jared Stern.
This is also Jared Stern. And you're Between Two Sterns. I think we had talked about this privately, but I have performed very, very little on stage for how much I've been able to perform. Mm-hmm. I grew up performing a lot on stage in like theater and other type of venues, but straight stand-up comedy, I've done very little for as much as I've done, if that makes sense. And
for as long as you've been doing it.
Correct. Every time I get that opportunity, it's just like, it's so special to me to be able to have that opportunity. But I always anticipate crashes after I go on stage, especially if I do well. If I do bad on stage, I'm fine. If I do bad on stage, I'm like, all right, I can walk that off. Yeah, I'm not great, but I'm like, all right. But if I do well, if I crush a show, I know that I have a crash coming the next day because it's such a serotonin drop off.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just not that invested or performer.
You don't give enough a shit.
Maybe I just stopped caring years ago. Maybe that's all. Maybe I'm just so everything's so hardwired and rote. I have my I've got my half hour. I go in there. I go into autopilot if necessary and tell the jokes, and that's it.
There is nothing that feels as good than being on stage and killing. There is no greater feeling in this world. Conversely, there is no worse experience than dying on stage. There is nothing worse in this world.
Well, I think because I have been on stage a lot.
Yeah, much more than me.
I think I've been able to manage the extremes a little bit. So while I do appreciate crushing when it does happen, because you have to appreciate the really good times. But I think I'm better at just kind of writing off the shit moments, you know? So I had the opportunity, this was 3 years ago now, back in like 2017.
Okay.
I was doing a show that was being recorded for XM radio.
Oh, okay.
And also subsequently became an album. It was me and another guy. We were doing this clean show, and it was at it. Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's tough.
But we each had to do like 40 minutes a piece.
40 minutes of clean?
Yeah. So anyway, I had a chance to do this. I was doing this show. Now it was supposed to be in this giant auditorium at this Catholic high school.
What?
Listen, the people who were producing the show. Apparently the guy used to go there and got access to this place on the cheap. 600 seat theater.
Wow.
I would like you to guess for me how many people showed up.
Ooh. I'm hoping at least 4.
Oh, more than 4. Yes.
Oh, okay. So over the 6. This is not an under. How many people showed up?
25.
25 people?
25 people in a 600-seat hall. Yeah.
I meant over 400 people.
Oh, no. Oh, it was more than. Yes, it was more than 4 people. It was. I thought you were going to go like super low.
No, I was hoping at least 400. 25 people.
25 people. Yeah, and so
I know this album you're talking about because I follow you on Facebook, and every time it seems like you're doing something, I get very excited because for a second I pretend it's me, and so I was like, "Oh, you recorded this album." I didn't know 25 people showed up for this.
So here's the thing: it was an amazing opportunity. The thing got released. Fuck's sake. But they didn't do they didn't sweeten the laughs on it or anything, and it sounds like there's 25 people in a 600-seat theater. So
Yeah.
like, there's only so good that they can make it sound.
Yeah.
Like, and don't get me wrong, it's a great opportunity. It's the album is played on XM. I've been through the royalties on that album. I've been paid for that show like 10 times over.
Really?
Yeah, I've like, passive income is fantastic, by the way. You should get some. It's great.
I would love to. Good advice from myself.
Yeah. From me to you.
From me to you.
So I can't complain too much, but I hate the fact that that's out there, because it's not, to me, it's not a good reflection on me as a performer. Like, the comedy's good, the jokes are good. It's just, you can just hear how empty the fucking room is. And it's
one of the greatest regrets I have from this whole, there are obviously worse things that have come out of this pandemic, but I would have loved to have hit a club with you. Yeah. Like, I would have loved to have like done a show with you and just confused the ever loving shit out of people.
Well, what's funny, so like when you lost your gig, when you were still local, when you were still in DC adjacent, there was an agency that I worked for,
right,
for a while, and I referred you to them.
Oh, that's right. This was funny.
And I was like, so I have a guy to recommend to you.
Yeah.
It's Jared Stern. And the CEO was like, I don't know if you're fucking with me or not, but
right.
I think you're fucking with me. So yeah. Yes, the confusion would have been fantastic. And I will.
Yeah, go ahead.
I will tell you that my dear friend who runs the DC Improv, Allison, heard the first podcast and said that she will happily host the Jared Stern off.
Really?
Yes. It'd probably be in the small room, but you know.
Sure. If we could get 25 people in there, I think we could make an album.
Yeah, sure.
My whole idea has been to just like let you do your career until you decide at like 50, 55 that you're done with it. And then I can pick up the name and tag in and just start using all my shit.
But again, another fantastic impromptu conversation between two Sterns.
Between two Sterns. How do we end these things again? We did a high five last time. I'm sure music will come back in it. We can cheers drinks again. We
could cheers drinks.
How much do you have left?
I drank all my scotch.
Well, let's finish off all this.
And go ahead and clink.
Clink.